What's up, y'all? Sean here. So today we've got the iFlight Bumblebee. This is my third flight off of the ground. I am a beginner at FPV flying. So don't come to this channel thinking that I'm going to be an expert and I'm going to teach you something that I've known for years when it comes to FPV. I've flown drones for years, but I haven't flown FPV quads, acro quads, racing quads, whatever you want to call them. But hopefully I will give you a good perspective from a beginner standpoint as I learn how to get into this hobby. A lot of the channels that I watch that are in FPV, they're experts at what they do. So a lot of the knowledge that they give are more advanced than I need as a beginner. So hopefully this YouTube channel will be a channel that you can watch along with me and learn at the same time that I'm learning. Okay, there's all these crazy things. I'll talk about the LiPo batteries and some of the first mistakes that I've made, and hopefully you guys won't make the same mistakes because I made them for you. All right, so let's check this out.
You take my love for granted. Say a bunch of stuff you never mean, yeah. I think I need a minute to figure out my limits. You cross them more than once, yeah. You take my love for granted. We keep on talking from body to body, yeah. Getting closer to just being nothing else. I'm a sucker for your love, even though it's kind of toxic, babe. You know I feel it when we touch, that your love is from a different place. It's toxic, babe. Not sure what I expected. To think you wouldn't be so reckless. I keep on pretending I know we better end it. I said it more than once, yeah. You take my love for granted. We keep on talking from body to body, yeah. Getting closer to just being nothing else. I'm a sucker for your love, even though it's kind of toxic, babe. You know I feel it when we touch, that your love is from a different place. It's toxic, babe. Nothing more to say, let's just waste away. One more time is all we need. A bitter truth to face, not that innocent. We know what we did. I'm a sucker for your love, even though it's kind of toxic, babe. You know I feel it when we touch, that your love is from a different place. It's toxic, babe. Oh, it's toxic, babe. Yeah, yeah. It's toxic, babe.
wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Everyone always keep falling in love again. What's wrong with them? I don't understand. Maybe it will pass by, someone save me. Before I pass out, I'm too lonely to be done. I'ma drink at this page. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Ooh. Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy to you, don't it? Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? If I had an option to be someone else, I would, and let go of you. I know that I'm obvious, forget I'm made this way, but why didn't I stay when I had the chance? Maybe it will pass by, someone save me. Before I pass out, I'm too lonely to be done. I'ma drink at this pace. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to?
The first night that I took it out, it was right before the sun went down, and it was a really good flight. I flew everything line of sight, just so I could see what I was doing, and you know, I realized that I needed kind of open spaces, especially since I'm a beginner and I'm learning this. But hopefully that's the benefit you guys can get out of this channel, is that I'm a new guy at this. I've been flying drones for a long time, but this is my first attempt at flying first person view, besides like taking photos from the air. Okay. This is a whole nother challenge for me because I have to man the sticks all the time. As you guys know from this channel, I've flown DJIs, Parrots, Uniques, you know, and I'm pretty used to flying a drone that stays where it's at all the time. But the difference between that and an FPV drone is that you're in control of the throttle all the time. Now I've got this is a CineWhoop, so it's made for taking good video. So with that said, you're not in complete control because it does pretty much hold the horizon most of the time. Okay, and I'm gonna keep it in that mode for a long time, unless I get a little, you know, get really good at it and just want to open her up. All right. So I told you guys this was the third flight. First flight went really good. Second flight, that was last night, did not go well at all. And I'll tell you why. I made two huge mistakes. The first mistake I made was each one of your LiPo batteries has this balancing adapter that is used to, anytime you have a LiPo battery that has more than one cell, you need to charge all of them at the same time. So this one is a 6S, and so this balancing adapter balances everything out. But the problem is that when I was balancing everything out, or I'm sorry, the problem is that you guys can see the sidewalk behind me. I was taking off from the sidewalk, and I don't have takeoff down very well. I think from now on I'm just gonna get up in the air and then figure out where I'm at from there. All my other drones I've always taken off real slow and got my bearings and then move into the shots. But what it did was it went up in the air and then it came back down and it bounced a couple times on the concrete. And when that happened, you can see that this cord, this will be plugged in most of the time, but it went down into the props and shot this plastic adapter, like this plastic plug, off into the distance. So I threw that battery away last night because I don't, you know, LiPo batteries have a tendency, if you don't take care of them correctly, they can explode on you. So I wasn't about to take my first experience and try to solder a battery back together. And then the second thing that I did wrong was when I came out here, I didn't have everything updated. So I'm flying the DJI FPV system, and there's an air unit in the iFlight Bumblebee from DJI, so all of the firmwares need to match. And since I pieced this together from eBay, besides the drone itself, each person had different firmwares on the goggles and the remote control. So I was able to fly, but I wasn't able to record or anything like that. So when I went home, I plugged everything into the computer. Well, when I was updating the drone, you know, there's no way to power the drone without a battery. So I plugged the battery into it, but the battery was almost dead at that point. Basically used up every bit of juice in that battery. And now my charger won't charge that battery because it's too low. Apparently if you let your lipos go under 3 volts, you can damage the battery, and last thing I want is a damaged lipo battery charging in my house, because that could explode and catch fire and all that kind of stuff. So the second flight cost me about 50 bucks in batteries. But that's okay. We're here to learn, guys. We're here to make mistakes. We're out here to come out fighting and figure out what we did wrong and level set from there. So with that said, today I had a good flight. It was a very good flight. Bounced a couple times. Once I was over the field over there, I saw some puddles, so I tried to stay away from those puddles. And then when I came in to land, I took it really slow in the landing, because for one, I didn't want to land on the concrete. I didn't want to land on the road. I didn't want to land near anybody else. I didn't want to get near those light poles because I really don't know what I'm doing yet. So I found a nice big piece of grass and I just took it down really slow, and I almost kissed the ground, and then I unarmed the motors. So the other thing is, when you're flying FPV or most drones, you arm the motors and they kind of spin around, and then when you give it throttle, which is like giving it gas, then it pushes the drone up in the air. So how you land one of these guys is you just bring it down to the ground, and then you kill the motors, and then that way it won't bounce. It won't have thrust to keep bouncing it up in the air. It'll just stop where it's at. So landing went well. There were a couple times that I came pretty close to the ground, but for the most part, I'm just kind of getting my feet wet without getting my drone wet. So I hope you guys like this video. Please like, subscribe to my channel, click on the bell for notifications when I put out more videos about the iFlight Bumblebee, FPV drones, photography drones, action cameras, live streaming, all the good stuff. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.